Heyo guys, welcome to another video. And just like my race in the Mustang at Yas Marina, this was recorded on the same day, so my mic issues were still present. Figure I'd throw that out there before I cough. And anyways, right now we're just taking a look at all the, we're taking a look at the lineup. This is strictly B class. Probably my favorite class to race in, so we do have a couple of meta cars and a couple of meta tunes, for lack of better terms. Now I'm in my Nissan Silvia, the car that I had the JDM battle with a Honda Civic at Spa maybe a week ago. I honestly don't remember. I'll have to go and double check that one, but maybe a week or two ago. But either way, I'm in the Nurdy Bobos Silvia. In fact, if you want to join the Nurdy Bobos Discord server, I'll be sure to have that linked in the description below. I'll ensure that I get the updated link. But anyways, we're just going to go ahead and speed that up because it was just a really long loading screen. Now, this race was chock full of stuff, guys. Sorry about that. I had to clear some phlegm out of my throat. Anyways, off the line, I'm on soft tires. Now, again, I'm kind of in a build that's meant to balance grip and power as I get stuck behind two BRZs and a Lancer taking the inside. Trying to get around dang stank here in the BMW. I get around a 350Z, or 370Z I should say. The 350Z is not in this game. I was saying that a lot in my last video. Tucking up right behind this Lancer, trying to get around on the inside. Now, right now, I'm in a really bad spot. This is not a good idea to try and take on the inside there, so I have to back off, let the Evo through, let him live to race another day, otherwise possibly cause a penalty. Going into this little double left and going into a chicane here. This is where I mess up big time, going off track, and game says 0.4 of a second in penalty. Rightfully deserved, in my opinion, because I did cut that corner pretty bad, not gonna lie. On the straightaway. Now, I do have a little bit of power over the BRZs. Now, those that don't know, the BRZ is probably meta when it comes to grip, but it doesn't seem to have too much power, in my opinion. And might have these builds rather balanced out, like as in I have the right amount of speed, I have a good amount of grip. It just comes down to driver in a weird way, but when it comes down to it, it seems like the BRZ, absolute undisputed king of grip. Now we got another Silvia going in on the inside, someone managing to pull it off. Another guy who was ghosted because he went off track there. Didn't quite catch what caused him to go off track there, but we're either way. We're going into this left-hander going into a chicane. Executing it rather nicely. Getting my lap time down quite a bit. It's still a dirty lap because of a inherited bad lap, for lack of better terms. By the way, we're getting 10 out of 10 segment scores left and right on the sim rig, so you can say I am getting better on the thing. Silvia taking it a little too wide. The Silvia in front of me, I should say. Jalapeno. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce the name. If you're watching this in the future, man, I do apologize if I've butchered your name. And that goes for anyone watching these videos in the future. If I wind up butchering your name, just comment down below, hey, that's not how you pronounce it, and maybe just give me a good idea on how to pronounce it. I do always feel bad if I'm not pronouncing your name all that well. By the way, here we are going into the left-hander into a chicane now. There's probably actual names for these turns. I just don't have the actual track up so I could name them off. So I do apologize for that in advance. I don't have most of these track names memorized, or turn names memorized, I should say. By the way, at a 103.3, pretty much on pace with the leaders, but I am sitting in 12th place, and I'm just trying to abide by time. On the 4th lap, I don't have to go 100% try hard just yet. Granted, I do prefer racing for fun, but at the same time, a lot of these people will push a little harder if you're really pushing your car. So, by the way, I'm trying to really get tucked into draft ranges behind these guys. Get behind the BRZ, get in his draft range, basically get up to his quarter panel there. Have to back off though, because we are in the left-hander to the chicane. And of course, right now, going into this wide right. I was calling that double left-hander, or the left-hander going into the chicane. It's a right-hander going into the chicane. I do apologize for that mix-up, but either way, on this straightaway, I do prove that I can overpower Sage Half Angel, who goes off, mows some grass. Seems like he was more focused on keeping up with me versus keeping an eye on his braking point. Really not the type of mistake you want to make in races like this, especially if the other driver has a little bit more power and just as much cornering ability as you do. So, as you can see, as I got 8 seconds above him now, just trying to keep up with Jalapeno here. Also trying to study their lines a little bit. They take that right-hander going into the chicane a little wide, whereas normally I like to try and take that as tight as possible. And it looked like someone went off into the grass. Yeah, it was an exo set. Had to go wide to make sure I didn't go into the back home, because he did unghost right as I was approaching him. But now we got DG 5945 here, tucking up right behind my draft. I am getting an arrow wash from him, so I do got to be careful around these curvier sections here. But I am in 9th place at the end of the day, but all he has to do is keep 3/10 within me, and he'll have a 9th place back, no problem. But we do have 3 laps, so as long as I'm able to try and pull away on the straightaway, I should be alright. Now, there, I wasn't trying to block him from passing, but it does come off as doing that, so if you're watching this, DG, I do apologize in advance. Again, not the intention. I just was not paying attention to my rear view mirror right there, and I did see you coming up after watching this replay. I don't even know if you call that defensive or not, but either way. Again, basically back to the point where I'm trying to study these guys' lines, trying to get faster, you know, trying to figure out how I could possibly push my car just that much faster, and it is starting to pay off, as I do have 3/10 of a second off my time, if you were paying attention to the split time, but DG also putting pressure on me, so this battle with DG is probably where I lose time on Jalapeno, although I do start catching up to him because he's doing battle with a BMW. I think that's Dank Stank, if I recall correctly. And which looked at, I got 8/10 off my time, but a little bit of contact with Dank Stank and Jalapeno. I did have to slow down just a little bit because I did not want to get involved in any of that whatsoever. But as of right now, I am within Dank Stank's draft range, so I'm trying to take advantage of that as much as I possibly can. Braking at that 200-meter board. Again, stay as tucked under Dank Stank as I can. Giving him a little bit of arrow wash there. That's the first time he's messed up in this race, at least on that section. Excuse me, the Pepsi is starting to make itself known. But anyways, as I was saying, he hasn't really been messing up anywhere along this track, so I think he got a little bit of arrow wash from me during that one section. And of course, another bit of contact, and I decided to take advantage of it. Bit of a ballsy move there. Honestly, if it were any other track, I probably wouldn't have made that attempt, or any other car for that matter. And of course, it did result in some collision, or yeah, bit of a collision between Bobo Van Wenta and myself. He did come up on me though, so I guess you could say it was more his fault, but the game didn't give anyone a penalty, so good on you there. Dank Stank getting around him though. And I am in 6th place on the final lap. At this point, just gotta hold on. Holy Holly is 4 seconds ahead. I'm not gonna catch up to them anytime whatsoever. So at this point, just try to play it defensively. My allergies are starting to get to me. We got that minute and a half warning, so we gotta try and make our way around. Also, before I forget, guys, let me know how you like these re-voiceovers. If they are something that you'd rather have versus my in-race commentary, please let me know in the comments down below. I will mute my mic and basically just redo this. Keep the webcam up just so you guys can see that I am on the sim rig and I'm not faking it or anything like that. But here we are, coming up onto the line, finishing in 6th place. And with that being said, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Pretend I said something corny here to get you to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not already, please be sure to join the Nurdy Bobos Discord so you can see when I go live and such. And of course, get to know the rest of the Nurdy Bobos crew. And I hope to see you guys next time. See y'all later.